time for the Bants. Hey, it's time for the Bants. Listen to Nolan's Halo rants. Brian talks Star Wars and bursts out his pants. Time for the Bants. Ooh, it's time for the Bants. The Bants. The Bants. Anthony's witty quips them back in the trees. Old Zeke boy's always talking about D's. It's the Bants. The Bants. The Bants. Hey, it's time for the Bants. The Bants. The Bants. Devin chimes in as the voice of God. Abe guest stars when we need to fill the pod. It's the Bants. The Bants. The Bants. Hey, everybody, time for the Bants. The Bants. The Bants. Every Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific. Tune in every time you know it's gonna be terrific. It's the Bants. The Bants.
This is
The Bants. Everybody, time for the Bants. The Bants. The Bants. Let's start the show.
All right, well, you let me know when you're done.
God damn it! Why'd you talk over it? It was so perfect. That's why I was staying quiet the whole time, so we can clip it and use it later.
That's what I was doing too, because I could totally put some backtracks to that.
We have everybody. We have everybody a cappella to Bants.
The Bants.
You could definitely feel
Just have Nolan saying. Let me
yeah,
know.
just have me.
We're gonna need post processing anyway because we need to have. I need everyone in the background going. The Bants. The Bants. The Bants. Yeah, we gotta do the old 50s thing. I figured since it's episode 10, it's time to get the theme song going. That was off the top of the old noggin there too. That was fucking fire.
I like that.
I thought you got bored at work and was just writing shit down. That was really good.
Time for the Bants. Hey, welcome to the Bants, episode 10. Double digits.
Welcome. 1-0.
I started vibing and now I can't stop.
You can't stop. Once you start, you can't stop.
Hey.
It's like potato chips.
You know
The
what I got
first time I
tonight,
hung out with, first time I really hung out with Tim, he vibed in the car for about 45 minutes, and like 30 minutes there was no music, not at all.
Yeah,
he was the music was playing inside. He was just doing this the whole time.
Do you perhaps remember what tune it was you were listening to?
What started it? What's it started?
No idea. I just remember vibing and then thinking I could get a world record for this. I have a smoothie tonight also.
Vibing with no music.
It was crazy.
So what are we all drinking?
All the usual. A rain to get me through.
Rain. Okay.
The old
and then
rain.
some water because they say you need some.
They say that's what they say.
There's only records and stats and proof that you do need it, but it's
charts and graphs, PowerPoints,
hydration,
animal studies on water. It seems that we might be benefiting from it.
if evolution is real, then you can not drink water and be fine. Think about it.
What?
Don't think about it.
Yeah, I don't think I will.
Too much.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I forgot. I also realized that it has Devin if he'd start recording. So hopefully he started recording. The fact that he didn't say anything leads me to believe he did. Great work, Devin.
I think it's safe to say.
That's why we pay him the big bucks.
Thank you, Devin.
Yeah, the big
yes.
Hey, so I know Brian was fiending to talk about this last week. Pokemon Arceus.
Arceus.
I like that.
Pokemon
or Arceus.
Pokemon Arceus.
I mean, it is hotly debated in the community of like how to actually pronounce it.
How hot is it?
I went with Arceus just
Triple
because
X, baby.
Arceus seems like, being a fan of like Lord of the Rings and D&D and stuff, I feel like Arceus is the cool way to say it. Arceus sounds like my tongue does not like that nearly as much as Arceus. I also could say Arceus in a way cooler pitch than Arceus.
Yeah. I do like Arceus. That does sound more legendary.
According to the voice of God, food is just an addiction. Actually, he's kind of right.
Actual true.
Yeah, he's totally right, man. Like, have you ever heard of a breatharian?
Yes.
Just oxygen and sunlight. That's all you need.
Yeah.
It's
Is that real?
And
yes.
People. I'm confused. Are we talking about Arceus or are we talking about food?
Photosynthesis?
We're talking about food and then Arceus. But
I think we need to go on a side tangent about breatharianism, though, real quick.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
I can tell you something. One point that they do have as an argument is people who eat food die.
True. but also I breathe and I die.
Doesn't it go the other way as well? I mean, it could.
Yeah, see, and that's why they just keep going
So,
at each other's
it's just
throat,
an infinite
They should
loop.
Just have, yeah, both are good arguments, you know.
You know what I am? I'm a vibitarian. You can't
There you
die if you never stop vibing.
Yep, that's true.
I thought you say you can't die if you can't hit me. You know, as you keep moving, just fucking go.
That's true also.
And you know what I am? A Poketarian.
Yes, there we go.
There it is.
Let's bring it back.
Bring it back around.
All right, so Pokemon Legends, Arceus, 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 all the A's in the world.
I don't like the last one.
Pokemon Open World.
Pokemon Open World, the game everybody's been wanting for a very, very long time. Very, very long time. It has the fan base admittedly incredibly divided. 50-50, you either love it or you hate it. The main reasons for it are that a lot of people feel that Game Freak was still pretty lazy and they haven't taken enough far steps ahead. And then the other side feels exactly the opposite of that. I kind of fall in the middle where it's fun. I have not had this much fun with a Pokemon game in admittedly a long time, because for the last 20 years, the mainline games have been pretty much exactly the same thing since Red and Blue. You know what you're getting into every single game. Really, the only things that are different are some of the mechanics, especially if you play competitive, move pools, new Pokemon, and new characters and new region. And that's really the only differences for the old games. So they took a completely new look at this with it being semi-open world. I feel like it's a lot more closer to Monster Hunter than anything, if you guys have ever played that. Where you hunt the big monsters and skin them so you can wear them, kind of thing.
And the Pokemon, you hunt the small monster.
And you catch them with balls.
Lots of balls.
Lots of balls. Oh,
Lots of
so
balls.
many balls. So yeah, so they kind of took that formula where it's smaller open worlds that you can go around on. And the gameplay overall is a lot of fun because it's not stopped every 5 seconds, because you can actually see every Pokemon in the overworld. And it doesn't do random encounters anymore like it did before. So you'll see, for example, like a Bidoof wandering around, and Bidoof, the little beaver, and he's just wandering around.
Is a beaver.
And so you can kind of like sneak up to him and hide in the tall grass, and you can decide to throw like berries to either get him on your side, or there's the Pokeballs that you can throw to just try and catch it. And you can do that and then immediately turn around and start gathering resources and stuff. So it's very seamless, and you actually can choose when you want to fight, because you can actually throw your Pokemon anywhere in the world. And that is a really neat feature from just going into, you can throw all 6 of them out if you want. And but in battles though, it's still the one-on-one thing, so it's a little weird, especially for the fact that Pokemon can actually team up on you. Because like, so if there's aggressive, because they actually do like ones that don't really care about you and just kind of ignore you, or they're curious about you and just kind of run up to you, or there's ones that'll just straight up run from you if they see you. And then last but not least is the ones that are aggressive. And if they see you, they will immediately start attacking you. And the cool thing about this is the Pokemon actually attack you this time. So they'll start throwing their attacks at you. You can dodge out of the way, kind of like a Dark Souls or Monster Hunter kind of thing. And then you can, they have all kinds of items and stuff. Like you can use like smoke bombs to try and hide yourself. You can throw like balls of mud in their face to try and like get them distracted for a second. So you can throw a Pokeball, or you throw one of your Pokemon out. And it's just super seamless now. And it's fun because the difference is, instead of like the older games where it's like, hey, become the Pokemon champion, is pretty much the story of all the older games. This one is like, no, you're a researcher, and the best way we can research them is by catching them and observing what they do. And so the more you catch, so it's all focused around catching Pokemon, which is pretty fresh, honestly, because the games are always like, oh, you could catch them, but then once you get your team, I mean, that's your team, and you're pretty much done catching, unless you're trying to just catch one of everything. But this one, it's like, no, actually catch 25 of this same Pokemon, so that way your research levels go up. And so that part's super addicting. And then you can actually it'll actually call for like specific moves and stuff. And so that'll all go into your Pokedex, because before you'd catch the Pokemon and it would just immediately give you the full Pokedex. It wouldn't, but this one will actually give you pieces of it while you're actually filling it out, and you have research levels. And so as you do like the specific research tasks for each individual Pokemon, mind you, each one has like at least 5 or 6 like research tasks towards it. So it's a completionist's wet dream, honestly, for how much there is to do in this game. I mean, there's like 242 of them that are in this one. So it's admittedly a small number, but they've really fleshed out the ones that they have. And it's cool watching them interact with the world and actually interacting with you. And in battles, they'll actually sit there and like make their noises at each other, and they'll kind of like make little like moves towards, like one of them will sit there and like try and bite the other one, and they actually like contact with each other now, which I know sounds ridiculous for the era that we are in now, but Pokemon always kind of, I felt, cut corners, because I mean, it's the most profitable franchise in the entire planet. And Game Freak knows this, and so they're like, well, we're going to make our money no matter what, and people are still buying these games, so clearly this is what they want. And so they just kept doing the same thing over and over, but this one they actually did some things different. And so with all that in mind, though, the things that they could fix, probably the biggest thing would definitely be the graphics. Those graphics are rough. I don't know how much you guys have looked into it, but the trailers definitely look like the final game, where it looks like a Wii game, honestly, at certain points. Like the Pokemon that are far enough away, you can see them moving frame by frame, kind of like this. Like it looks bad with some of them. And then like today, I went into a cave and it was kind of dark, and my character had a white outline around her. And I was like, did she get photoshopped out of this, or like what? What? It looked weird. And so yeah, and then of course my biggest complaint is that there's no voice acting, and so it's still the like endless text boxes and stuff. And it's like, why can't we have voice acting at this point? Like, I know you guys can afford it.
Oh yeah,
but
they definitely could.
Yeah, but they don't want to. And so they're and then the animations are like, there's one part where a Gengar kidnaps a Growlithe, and they make the sound in the background, but then the screen fades to black, when I know they could easily show that, but they cut corners like that. And so there's a lot of that throughout the game. So it's a lot of it does come off as lazy, but admittedly it is a fun game to play.
And it is their first shot at making an open world game too, so
yes,
the fact that it released as not a buggy disaster is a miracle in itself.
Yeah, and I mean, I've only encountered a few glitches, and some of them are, when they're funny, I immediately excuse them. Because like I recently because you can ride Pokemon in this and move around the world a lot faster. So there's one called Basculegion, who's the water Pokemon that you can ride. I feel like you're making fun of me right now.
Man, give me a ride on it. Let's go.
That's it. Let's do this.
Look, give me that ride on. Get to the next town.
Basculegion sounds like a term for like the Harlem Globetrotters, like a legion of basketball players.
Yeah. Oh, so I do have a question about this. Does this, obviously not the game, in the sense that it's Pokemon versus this game that I'm about to bring up, but does this kind of remind you of like Madden or like FIFA, in the sense that
I know where you're going.
Right, like they just seem lazy with it. Like, 8 years, 10 years passes by, and not to say that they've tried this type of game before with the open world aspect and all that, but just the fact that they do cut corners like that, is that kind of
yeah. And when I mean, unfortunately, I am a bit of a hypocrite because I do buy the games. However, however, I've been playing this since it first came out. And so a lot of it hasn't changed since Red and Blue, which is pretty crazy. But I guess it's the whole, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. See, however, I love Dynasty Warriors. Just let me hit square.
Oh, I love Dynasty Warriors. That's a whole other conversation right there. But when you've played it the same game over and over for the last, almost 30 years at this point, that it's a little frustrating because you know they can do better, but they refuse to not do better. But this is a step in the right direction, and because me and my wife have both been playing it, and we have both basically agreed that if we never got one of the original mainline games again and just kept getting these and they kept improving on this, I'd be perfectly happy. I mean, there's things that they have completely changed with the Pokemon formula. Like one of the biggest ones is the fact that you don't, like, your Pokemon can only have 4 moves at a time. However, in the old games, that was it. So if you wanted to replace a move with another one, it deleted it forever. But this one, it puts the old moves into a move pool, and you can go in at any time you want and change your Pokemon moveset completely. And so it'll act like it forgot it, but instead it just puts it into a separate menu, and you can immediately, like, you can have, like, my Samurott, for example. If I don't want to use Aqua Tail anymore, I don't have to replace Aqua Tail and then have to jump through a bunch of hoops to try and get it to remember it. It puts it there, and then I can move it back into the moveset. So that is a huge improvement.
All right.
That's kind of crazy that
I strongly disagree, because I used to be able to identify with the Pokemon, as I also can only remember 4 things at a time.
But now there's a move pool that you can swap out
crazy.
at any time.
I got no brain pool.
Choose your
That's
your
definitely
moves before you
nice.
go into battle.
Especially for like making competitive Pokemon, because like, so for certain things like Clefable, I'd have Clefable with like, it would be like 3 of the same moves, but then this one would be different, or like 2 of the same and then these 2 would be different. So I'd have like 6 different Clefables for different teams.
Yep.
Just because
But yeah, now you just need
moves.
the one Clefable.
That's crazy to me. I've never played any of the Pokemon games, so hearing about that is like, wow, that sounds pretty ancient.
Yeah, if you go back, there's been a lot of quality of life improvements throughout the games, but like some of them are just like absurd, like HMs and TMs, and
yeah, those are completely gone.
there's
and yeah, it's crazy the things that they've done over the years. And like another big improvement on this one is like when your Pokemon levels up and it's getting ready to evolve, it just it doesn't go automatically and does it anymore, because in the old ones, if your Pokemon reached a certain level and it was ready to evolve, it would just jump right into it, and you had to press B to get it to stop evolving. Now it just turns on in your menu, and the little symbol on it just sits there and glows yellow, and you just press X, and then you can choose when to evolve it. And so that's another great thing. And then probably I would say, again, the ultimate change is that you can catch every single Pokemon in the game by yourself.
Oh, thank God.
Yes. Even the trade evolutions are gone.
Oh my God, I hate the different versions specific.
Yep.
And
so those are
all
gone because it's just the one version this time.
I do got a couple questions and comments.
Wait, hold on, time out.
What? Who?
Quick, before you keep your questions and comments, remember them. Store them in your move pool for a second. I have to say there are 2 versions of the game, because there's Pokemon Arceus and Pokemon Arceus.
Depending on how you say it.
Yeah. All right, continue, Anthony.
All right, so I like the fact that you finally get to play Professor Oak as a young boy. That's cool. I like that, because you're a researcher. That's awesome. Everyone's been waiting to play Professor Oak. That's dope. Now,
well, you're not playing as Professor Oak.
It's the joke, because you're a researcher.
Oh,
the Oak joke.
The Oak joke.
No. The Oak joke.
Now, when you go into a fight scene or battle, does it switch, like,
no,
is it seamless, or you're still in the same open world?
You
don't
we're still in the same open world,
and now you're fighting.
Yeah.
No, which creates some pretty funny things where you have like a Pokemon
going black, and then now you're in the scene fight.
No, it's much like in the funny Halo openings in Infinite, where someone will be across the map and they'll do the little like knuckle crack thing before the match starts, and then it'll teleport him back. It does stuff like that because it doesn't even go into a separate battle screen now. You just throw your Pokemon and it comes out of the ball, and they make a little motion real quick, and they're just right there in front of you. So it doesn't even cut from that anymore. So that part is really cool. I mean, it's
battle commands appear on the screen. You're ready to rock.
Pretty much, yeah. It just makes a little noise when you're ready to fight, and then you just start the fight. And you can actually walk around
Right.
now during
Does
the
it
battles.
still go? Does it still go?
Really?
They do make that
Okay.
noise for a second while it's
Okay, good.
everyone's doing their little like, all right, I'm ready kind of motions. But that part is so cool about how seamless it is. It's going to be hard to go back to the old games with all these fixes that they've made. And there's side quests now, and those have been a lot of fun doing those.
So
And what's up?
there's not like gyms or anything.
Gyms are gone. Elite Four is gone because technically none of that stuff exists yet.
Is there any kind of
Because
like?
you're a professor. Oh, got a boy. That makes sense. 100%.
So there's not like any like online battling or anything.
The only online aspect is when you die, you lose some of your items, and people can find your items in their games. And
So
then they
like
and
Shadow
then
of Mordor.
or kind of like a Dark Souls in a way where you lose, but you don't lose everything. You just lose some of your items, and then the items will go into someone else's game, and you can find them and then return them to the person. And then you get little bonus points. And then you can also trade. So you can still trade with people online, but that's it. There's no competitive battling or anything.
So this is probably like the more. It's gonna be like the PvE oriented series, and then they're gonna have the mainline games as like the competitive, like all the stuff for competitive. I imagine.
I think that's the way that they're going to go because there's still doing seasons and tournaments for Sword and Shield, which is the current competitive one, because even Diamond and Pearl, they weren't going to do competitive for that one.
Yeah.
They still had online battle for those, but the main line, like when we watch, esports, it's going to be through Sword and Shield. So I think, like what you said, it's still going to be. So they'll probably still have those mainline games to keep esports alive and keep traditional and all that. But I hope they keep this one and that they come out with these every couple of years and improve on it, because there's a lot of things that they can improve on and honestly make Pokemon back to its former glory if they just fix a few of the things that they need to fix in this.
So I have a question then. Does anybody actually pick up items from other players and return it?
It's just an option.
Yeah, so you can turn it on the online off or on, but they give you benefits because you get special evolution items for them. So like if someone's satchel comes into your game, you'll just be wandering around the open world and you click it, and it automatically sends it back to that person. So the game takes care of that part for it. So you don't actually have, so you can't like basically hold people's items for ransom.
Okay, I thought it was like you could loot dead bodies in that sense,
No,
I was thinking like, why would
this
you
is the start of a Pokemon VR?
Back? Like, yeah,
that's a good idea though, because you could probably find some good stuff.
Well, right, and I'm like, oh yeah, you have the option to return them. Nobody's gonna return them. But
exactly.
It forces you to, so that makes sense.
I mean, unless there's a mission like return 10 satchels or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Get some bonus points. I like the idea that you can hold off on evolving. No,
sorry. My
All
cat
right.
was trying to jump on my desk.
I like the fact that you can push back when your character evolves, when your Pokemon evolves.
Mhm.
Now it makes me think there's going to be people trying to figure out, is pushing the evolve back as far as possible going to be better in the long run, or evolving as soon as possible and building that way? Just it gets a lot of people to start doing different things. I like the small, minute things.
Usually you held off on evolving because there would be a move that a lower evolution would learn that a higher evolution did not learn.
Yeah, or you could learn the stronger moves quicker through the previous evolutions too. So
Okay, well, it's just good that they give you the choice. That's interesting that you had to stop it from happening before, and now you just have the option to start doing it in the first place. It seems like
it
makes way more sense.
Things. Yeah, it seems like a lot of little things. Again, I've never played these games. It seems like a lot
Just
of little things that you
imagine
figure
this
are
in
the
a-
game
No, you
that
missed
aren't.
out a lot.
Imagine
Only-
this in a logistical sense where it's like you're just walking around and then you see your Pokemon start to like evolve and you just start like spraying it with a water bottle. Like, stop that! No.
Oh, right. Like, it's so weird to me that they wouldn't have that as a feature. Not the spraying it with a water bottle, but like it's really weird. But I'm glad it's in now. That's very weird.
The old games, they made an item that you would have your Pokemon hold called an Evo Stone or Evolite. that would
evil
stop it from evolving, so you didn't have to see the evolving screen anymore. So you just have it hold that item to stop that. Isn't that nuts?
That is really weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, Pokemon's full of a lot of weird little things like that. But the biggest one is that you can catch them all by yourself. Trade evolutions are gone. I've always hated trade evolutions. And so yeah, but they'll still keep the items, like for example, Onyx into Steelix, how you had to have it hold a steel coat and then trade it to get Steelix. Now you just get the steel coat and just give it to Onyx and it'll evolve.
Okay.
Nice.
And then for the ones that don't have, like a Gengar or a Machamp,
one of my favorite Gengar.
They made a new item called a link cable, which I think is really cool, and it looks like those old Game Boy link cables. So you just give that item to those Pokemon that don't have a trade item, and it'll have them evolve.
That's cute. I like that.
Yeah, I thought that was a neat little touch.
I wanted to tell you guys. I went through the topics channel and I pinned everything that I know we haven't talked about. So if you look at the pins in that channel, you should see kind of a condensed list of what we haven't talked about.
A nice quality of life update right there. I like it.
Yeah, that's
Look at that. It looks like we're Game
Okay.
Freak over here, making Pokemon
Before,
quality of life.
quickly, before we jump off of Pokemon, though, what's everyone's favorite Pokemon?
I'll go last.
Mine, I have a prop for mine, I guess. So I have several, I guess, actually, so I can get mine.
Okay, well, I'll go while he's grabbing his. I like, there's two. Always a big fan of Squirtle. And then, of course, Blastoids getting there. Also, Gyarados. Gyarados is the. So, Blastoids and Gyarados.
All water Pokemon.
Bitch, get blasted. So, those are my go to.
There you go.
My favorite Pokemon is the one that shoots water or something. I don't know. I have no idea.
Squirtle?
It's not even that. I don't have a favorite Pokemon because
Goldbeam?
There's also there's a Jolteon and a Squirtle back there too.
Stunfisk.
Yeah, that one. I like that one. That sounds cool. Sounds cool. Yeah.
The one that looks like a dishwasher. That's the one.
Yeah. All right.
Rotom
I'm down
Wash?
for that.
Yeah,
Oh my
Rotom
God, he
Wash.
knows it. He fucking
Yeah,
knows.
that Pokemon is amazing and competitive.
Oh, hell yeah.
Every time you
Yeah.
deploy him, he just says,
Zeke, I think you and me need to have a competitive talk.
Oh, we definitely like one of my friends is a VGC player. So that's a
really?
+1.
Oh, okay. Well, let's talk about that. Raichu.
Raichu and a Alolan Raichu.
I love a Alolan Raichu.
He surfs and eats pancakes.
I mean, what more could you want from that?
I
So
mean,
Raichu.
And then what's Brian's?
Mine is Flygon. I love Flygon.
Yeah, I love that guy
Flygon.
too. He's my second favorite. I gotta Google this. Hold on.
Flygon
He's,
sounds like the ultimate ground Pokemon.
Nah, well, he's
Yeah.
a dragon type. Dragon ground.
Oh, I see him. He kind of
Don't lie
looks
to
like
me.
a little. He kind of looks like a little fucking. What is it? Dragonfly? Yeah,
Yeah, yep.
that's some good stuff. He's a little green man.
Yeah, and then his middle evolution, Vibrava, it definitely looks like a dragonfly.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love Flygon. Yeah.
Yeah. Is this so his final I don't know if this is going right to left. That's kind of weird. Is it Trapinch?
Trapinch, Vibrava, and
Trapinch.
then Flygon.
Oh, okay, in that order.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's
One of my
very,
favorite looking ones, but it was hard to catch. Always at our time was I think you pronounce it Suicune.
Suicune?
Suicune.
Uh,
Yeah.
One of the legendary dogs of Johto.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pokemon
Yeah,
is my other Star Wars, just so everybody knows.
I just play some competitive.
Because
I can do a quick
Oh, that
plug
does look
actually.
cool.
I sometimes run Pokemon tournaments for non-Pokemon players called Poketomus, which I host on my Twitch channel, and I'm
You'll
probably
have
gonna do another one this
to-
summer. So
You'll have to give me that so I can join in.
yeah, there's VODs from it and stuff. It's a really fun time because it's a lot of people who like Pokemon but don't competitively play Pokemon. It's just I come up with some theme and then everyone makes their teams and we battle on Pokemon Showdown. It's great.
Oh,
I
I
just
love
commentate
Showdown.
and it's fantastic.
Okay, yes, I think I want to be a part of this.
Beautiful.
Because I've also
We'll take you all
competitive
down.
Pokemon. One of my other claims to fame is I got super into the card game to the point that I traveled for tournaments.
Yeah.
That's how intense I got into. But that's a whole other topic. But yeah, so Pokemon is my other Star Wars.
So what I wanted to know, speaking of the pinned topics,
Pinched.
matcha tea.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
is that what you got right there?
Matcha tea.
That's a smoothie.
Oh,
No, that's the topic that I posted. So, yeah, matcha. So matcha. Hold on, let me Google it because I don't know anything about it. I'm totally kidding. But tea, matcha tea is basically super concentrated green tea, and so there's a lot of people that will rave about the benefits of green tea, how it gives you energy, calms you down slightly, and kind of gives you this smooth focus. I think when Abe was here, he was talking about L-theanine and caffeine. L-theanine is an amino acid that's in green tea, and so matcha is just a more concentrated version of that, generally speaking. And what they'll do is they'll take the leaves, right? These are the leaves, my hand, okay? Just pretend they're the leaves. And then they'll be like, yo, we don't want you to do stuff anymore. So then they put some blinds on top of it or something. Yeah, everybody grab your phone. What are you doing?
Is this matcha vibe right now, bro?
Yeah,
Yeah,
matcha
we
vibe,
vibing.
so they'll shade the tea leaves, and this makes them panic because they're not getting sunlight anymore. And then they'll start mass producing chlorophyll and L-theanine and all their other bioactive compounds like polyphenols, all this really good stuff. Because it's like, oh crap, where's the sun? We need to mass produce chlorophyll to catch on to any reflecting rays of sun that we can get. So, now of course it never does that. They just harvest it once it's done panicking. And then they go into a process where literally a tea master, I kid you not, a tea master will go in and he actually goes and tastes these leaves as either as a powder or the actual leaves themselves. And he will determine if they are ceremonial grade versus culinary grade. And of course, the ceremonial grade is the best version, the sweetest usually. It's not like a super sweet thing, but if it is very good matcha tea, it'll be really sweet. Anyways, I wanted to bring this up because every time that I'm playing a game and I do fairly well, but my aim is just really twitchy. I'm just like, and then but usually that works for me. But every time I drink matcha tea, it's a really drastic change. So instead of the twitching,
Hold on, I can represent this in first person again, like my.
Here we
CS.
go.
Hold
okay, all right, here we go.
Are you gonna be like a Counter-Strike guy?
Here we go. Yep.
But every time, every time that I drink matcha tea, it's a much more smooth version of my aim, and it helps me
like this.
think as a result.
Instead of this.
Yeah, and instead of that, all right, it's more, and I it's like I'm tracking more efficiently or something. Yeah, just very smooth aim. And it's not even that it's necessarily better, but it helps me think in the meantime, so I know exactly what I'm doing while I'm aiming. I'm not just, oh, panic, shoot, and then I get the kill, which is usually how that works for me for some reason. I'll just be able to twitch really well, I guess. But this tea just slows it down and makes everything really smooth, and as a result, it feels easier to get headshots, especially if I'm playing snipers on Halo or something. It's really easy. SWAT, just the one shot weapons, and it's just really nice. It's just a very nice gaming experience. And then if you have enough of this tea, which basically just a teaspoon, and you're supposed to blend it up, or like if you have like a handheld frother thing, if you can just stick that in the water, it's it's just really nice. You just get in like this flow state because L-theanine increases alpha waves, and that promotes flow state to some degree. And so eventually, especially if you're having a ton of fun, you're just going to be absolutely destroying people because you're so in the zone. So your focus goes to a new level over time as well. So it's a pretty cool tea, and you can get it online at a lot of different places, but just make sure you get a ceremonial grade because that's where all the antioxidants and good stuff is for your brain. So
I might have to try that. But
Ceremonial.
comment about maybe the jittery in at that point. I know matcha works, but I would have been like, turn your sense down. No, maybe that's what I would have said. But a typical CS player. So
I'm surprised I've never heard of this before, especially with like gaming and stuff. Like you'd think they'd be ultimate game fuel, and it's all natural. Yeah,
Ceremonial matcha master.
I mean,
right.
that would
Well,
just double the cost of Game Fuel matcha version.
That's true. That's true. Well,
Yeah,
usually gamers are just looking for like a caffeine boost, so they they get coffee or they get actual G Fuel or a Rain, for example, like Anthony drinks, right? And
Anthony, a real gamer.
Right. And that stuff is great, but matcha has caffeine as well, but it's in a very lower amount in comparison to something like coffee, and it just gives you this really smooth focus with no jitters, no nothing. You're just really, really focused, and it's not like a laser focus. Like I don't know if you guys have ever been so focused that if someone talks to you, then you're just like fucking go away. But like, this doesn't do that to you. It's just really you're happy, you're focused, everything's smooth, and it's really hard to not have a good time playing a game on matcha tea. At least for me, that's my experience with it. So thought I'd bring that up. I also
How does it taste?
it's not bad. It's
Do you just water matcha?
There's like
Warm water
matcha tea.
matcha?
There's like matcha tea boba is where I've had it.
right. So
Let's say like a creamy matcha would be dope.
Yeah, so a matcha on its own, just in water, is usually how I have it. But and especially the ceremonial grade stuff, it's again nearly sweet, but you definitely when you sip on some matcha tea, you definitely know that you're doing something good for your body. While you're tasting it, you're like, oh yeah, I mean it's not a Rain or a Mountain Dew.
Does it taste like beetroot powder?
Oh man, that's what like he had this agenda in his head. He's like, I gotta know if it tastes like beetroot. Damn it, I'm just trying to get him to say it.
Beetroot tastes like dirt.
No, it does not taste like dirt.
All right, cool.
It tastes again more sweet, more.
A good selling point.
It tastes earthy, but not like dirt.
Earthy girthy.
You set me up.
It's not like wheatgrass either. It's not like wheatgrass. Wheatgrass tastes not good either.
It doesn't taste like a Geodude.
Do you recommend someone dry scooping it?
I've considered doing that at one point.
Really?
I didn't want to make the tea. I was like, fuck, man, I'm lazy, man. I don't want to do. I just want a good game of Halo. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to do that. But I do have a capsule maker, so I was like, I could put it in a capsule.
Man, I hate people that dry scoop. That's all people do. Guys hitting the gym. Let's go. Dry scooping is annoying as fuck.
It's disgusting too, because I've done that with something. I think I did it when I first started.
Did you try it with cinnamon? Don't do that.
No. I think I first did it with creatine, and that was fucking sandy, bro.
Of course,
that was not good.
What's best is when someone does it and they realize they fucked up, and there's like the powder just comes out their mouth.
Exactly. I also wanted to give a quick update on. I told you guys, I think it was like the first or second episode, I told you guys that about dihexa, that anti-Alzheimer's drug.
Mm-hmm.
I've been taking it for a while. I think I took a couple weeks off, and I just dosed it again today. But again, you only need to do it once a week. And the only thing that I could really feel on it is I don't really know. I don't really know. I felt something. It was there, but it wasn't. Okay, I could describe it as the slight functionality boost that you get when you go for a run. You have that runner's high, but without the buzz. You didn't have any like euphoria as a result of taking it, but you kind of had like this effect of like, okay, I can think slightly better. It's just slight, nothing crazy. I probably should have done like an IQ test or something before I went on it. Who knows? But yeah. So wanted to update you on that too. What is our
Question for you, Nolan? Question.
Oh, what's up? Yeah.
Because I know you like to do experiments on yourself and just try new things. Do you just record all this? Because I feel like when you die, there's just gonna be like 25 boxes of just notebooks of all the things you've tried, just writing stuff down, like
all the experiments. What
just all the notations of everything. Yeah.
I have written some stuff down, but it's not concrete though, because I usually when I write it down, I'm like, bro, I'm never gonna forget that. Why would I write that down? And it's like a I did a couple times.
So your research can live on, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but it usually I find out about a lot of these things online, and then I try them myself, and then it just kind of does what it says in the article that I read, so it's like, I think people know about it.
Yeah, I'm thinking we need like the Shinra Mansion basement where it's just like archives of books and.
Right. I mean, I definitely could. There was something that I do recommend doing though, if you are starting to like track your performance mentally, physically, is definitely, especially if it's a workout routine, just write it down. But if it's a mental performance thing, then definitely write down what it does to you, because some things like racetams, which I don't think I've really talked about too much on the podcast, you want to have your dosage right, and if you don't get your dosage right, then you're either going to have a bad day, or you're just going to have a day that's like, okay, I didn't feel anything. So you want to kind of track your dose on that and make sure you keep track of that, because I went from 750 milligrams of one thing, and I'm like, yeah, this is great, and then all of a sudden I needed 50 milligrams. And if I kept taking higher doses like 750, I would get pissed off at people. So yeah, my brain got used to it. But hey, I saved money as a result of only having to take 50 milligrams now.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Let's all like take a drug that makes us pissed off and then do a podcast.
Oh yeah, man. Oh, yeah.
Would you stop talking? Let me get a word in. People would be pissed.
The angriest
with you people.
Gosh, I could probably think of something for that.
Oh god.
But yeah, lots of water there, dude.
Hydration station over there.
Hydro homie.
For me and my water Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need all that water for all your water Pokemon.
One of my friends was like, "Oh yeah, no, dude. I'm not homosexual. I'm homosexual." Like, what the fuck is that?
What does that mean?
I don't even know what it meant.
Hey, look up "Do the Homie" from the Boondocks. If you want to know, that's a homosexual right there.
Is it? Am I accidentally like?
It's definitely not safe for work.
Oh no. Okay, then I'm gonna stop. All right.
The Boondocks is an amazing cartoon.
It is.
It has a lot of amazing things, but "Do the Homie" is absolutely hilarious.
Oh, I wanted to bring this up because I don't think we've done this in a couple episodes. Music recommendations.
The music recommendation has been taking a hiatus, I must say.
Yeah, man. We need to bring that up. If not now, later.
Like, remember what I said about my move pool being only 4 moves? That definitely music recommendation definitely got lost.
They got moved to the side.
Yeah. I'll think of it.
Now you can pull it back. So here we go.
We can pull it back, but in the meantime, that was a great topic about matcha tea. A very intelligent topic, and I want to go to a much dumber one. Anthony, with our beanies hats.
Oh man!
What is? Yeah, I need to know.
Is this a heated debate?
Isn't the answer just yes?
I said no.
It's a thing you put on your head.
It is. Yeah, I mean that falls under hat wear,
No,
Or
that
headwear.
falls under caps.
caps,
Our caps hats.
headwear.
All right, I want to hear your reasoning. So why
Yeah.
don't you think of this?
Well, initially I thought it was like because there's no bill on it, but then I thought about like in the early 2000s there was like big with the snowboarders and skateboarders was the beanies with the small bills.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that back in the day? But then it's like there's that, so it's like a hybrid. But like if you had gun to my head, I said no. I said beanie is not a hat; it's a different headwear.
I
That's
have
not
a
a
good
hat.
argument. I have a good argument for Anthony's position here, and I come with.
It all started 'cause of
no
this.
side. Okay. Well,
I
so
thought it was because of the. I thought it was because of the penis hat.
So-
No, it's not the penis hat.
so
This one.
this is why beanies are not hats. Okay. Because they wouldn't be called beanies if they were a hat. Plain and simple. There you go.
Well,
I mean,
it's a type of hat.
Yeah.
it's a beanie. Otherwise, we would just call it a round hat.
Look, I'm a
Alright,
simple.
a
I'm
fuzzy
a simple.
hat.
I'm a simple man, and if you put it on your head, it's a hat.
I'm right there with you.
You can put a
It's
lot of things
hat.
on your head,
Well,
bro.
You can tell me and
You can
Brian
put
are
a
from
lot
the
of things on
Midwest.
your-
All right, man. All right. Then tell me this. All right.
Yeah.
Could I put this Dr. Squatch candle on my
Yeah,
head?
now that's
Yeah,
a
is
hat.
my
and
that's
then
a
now
now
it-
headphones are hat now?
That's a hat.
Dr. Squatch the hat.
Yeah. Yes. It's a good smelling hat, I must say.
Hold on, we're gonna hold
Uh-oh.
on. I'm,
Uh-oh.
we're-
By Pine Tar.
I'm hat.
Pine tar.
Hat.
Our
Doesn't
sponsor, Dr. Squatch. Thanks, Dr. Squatch.
Yeah.
Well, no, yeah.
Oh.
What's it
All
called?
right. All right.
Hmm.
Me and Brian just hard one. A shaped covering for the head, worn for warmth as a fashion item or as part of a uniform. So if it's a shaped covering for your head, it's a hat. Thus, a beanie.
I
Boom.
disagree.
Don't give me that boom. No.
Uh,
I googled it.
okay, so then
The definition is shaped covering for the head. All right.
okay, so then why doesn't the
Everything
army
shapes for
call-
the head, dude.
Why,
It's a
hold on,
whole that fits on your head.
Why
cowboy
doesn't,
hats,
Why
like in
doesn't
helmets,
the army,
construction
why doesn't
worker
the
hats,
army call
or
the
helmets, or
PC
whether-
a hat?
Why isn't what?
Why doesn't the army call their PCs, the patrol cap, a hat?
They're a hat.
Because a PH
cap.
doesn't sound as cool.
They're a cap. Okay.
Look, a hat is a shaped covering for the head. Is it a shaped covering for your head? Then it's a hat.
It's a cappy wappy, okay? Get out of here.
I feel like that could be under everything, like
What
construction
does
worker hat,
army-
beanie.
That's a
That's
hat.
Cowboy
a hard,
hat.
That's a
It's a
hard hat. But you know why? Because it has a bill. Okay, this little
There is a bill.
thing. Okay.
All right.
I don't know. This sounds like this could be the same debate as like our jacket shirts.
Or is water wet?
No, a
Yeah.
jacket is a jacket.
No. Oh,
But it could
really?
also be a
is it
shirt.
Really?
Interesting,
Really?
huh?
Oh,
Oh.
How
Oh.
the tables
Oh.
have turned.
Yeah.
You can't
know
wear
what?
you can't wear a jacket as a shirt. I'm not gonna
No,
wear this as a
no,
shirt. This is a
no.
jacket.
No, because why isn't it a robe? Why isn't it a robe, huh?
Because a robe covers
That's
your
just
entire
a
body.
long jacket.
Yeah, it's just a long jacket, my guy. Maybe it's a long shirt now too, isn't it? Okay, so hold on. What do you? Okay, you see what the fuck? Oh my gosh! Look at this.
oh,
You know what
sounds like
this
we
is
have
called?
Some hot news.
Devin, put it in. Put that in.
Don't-
All right. You know what that's called? That's
This is-
called a shako.
This is great
A
content.
shako?
Yeah.
What is
Now, let me ask.
Like if you play Diablo 2, you know what a shako is.
Is it a hat or a beanie?
I mean, I don't know what the fuck it looks like. I just know that there's a hat called a shako.
Bro, I posted.
That's what you wear when you run. You fucking lead the marching band. That's what you.
I just
Yeah.
want to throw
Isn't
this
that
out there.
what-
There's
The feathery
there's
part on
good
top is
item
also
that's a
referred to
shako
as a
in Diablo
cock.
2.
Oh, I'm sorry. The military hat is actually referred to as a cover. I totally forgot. Yes, it's patrol cap / cover. So, yeah.
Patrol cover.
Is it a shaped
cover.
cover by chance? Because
I
that
don't
means
know.
it's a hat.
Dude, okay. There was this.
Everything is shaped. If it didn't, it would just fucking
Exactly. That's
drape
why I
on
thought-
you.
So
Look,
have you guys seen? Okay, so the patrol cap, right? This isn't a patrol cap, but just come
That's a nice hat you have there.
The bill,
That's a very nice hat.
right? Thanks. But now, someone was a soldier. Okay, I think he's a soldier now, unless he got flunked out. I don't know. But he would take this bill, and he fucking curve this shit. It starts out flat,
Oh yeah,
kind of like that. And
you always gotta curve it.
so you kind of curve it like that, and that's fine. But this man fucking bent it straight in the middle, so it was just like a little V. All right. And this drill sergeant, oh my gosh, dude. He went up to this man and was just fucking laying into him, man. I mean, he was making fun of his hat for like fucking 3 minutes straight. And I was loving every second of it. It was amazing. I can't really remember what he was saying, but he just was making him look so stupid. Oh, it was amazing. I wish I could have like a video camera on me while that was happening, because it was just incredible.
All right, so since we're split down the middle for beanies being hats, let's get voice of
You
God.
guys are wrong.
Voice of
It's not a
God
hat.
is a beanie a hat?
Yes.
Okay,
I think
there we go.
I'm
hold
gonna
on.
punch you
That's
so
it.
hard. I'm
That's
gonna
it.
punch
Hold
all
on,
three of
hold
you
on.
so
There we go.
hard.
I have to
Settled.
interject here and say, listen, Devin is being paid by the man that's asking him, so this source
What the-
is not accurate.
Everybody.
Okay, it's Devin $0. I did let Devin mount me though, in Indiana.
Yeah, and tickle you apparently. So I mean,
Yeah, I can't provide that
That
type of payment.
reminds
You
me.
can't mount me. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I need to tell the story of the key card in the gym in our hotel.
Oh yes,
Hmm.
bring that up.
So,
All right, story
Are there
time.
more tight men involved?
we were very
Always,
tight, but
always the highest of men.
tight out of,
tightest.
tight out of anger, not tight out of happiness. So, we just finished 3-man napping in the car because we didn't want to go to the room and wake up the people who
That's
were in
what
the
you
room
talk-
sleeping.
Tight.
Yeah, so you got sometimes you got a 3-man nap in the car because no one wants to open the door and accidentally wake up the people who are sleeping.
That's
So after we finished this
yeah.
nap, me and Devin are like, I think Devin's like, I want to see this gym. So we walk over to the little fitness center. And I'm trying to use my key card on and it's not working. But there's a window and we just look in the door and it's like, there is an elliptical, there is a treadmill, and there is a medicine ball. And that was it. That was what they called their gym. And so
that's
So-
how many square feet was this room though? Was it like
it was like 10
12?
square feet. It was
Had to
really, yeah, because I tried peering in and looking in the corner, and there was nothing else. It was just a medicine ball.
That is really sad.
And then we went back up to the room, and I used my card to open the door, and it also didn't work. So then we went down. We're like, hey, the card doesn't work. We had 2 of them. We're like, the one's not working. So we replace the one that's not working. Get another one. Starts working. Then the other one stops working. So it's just all a disaster. You got no doors, no weights. Poor Devin, who just wants to flex at himself in the mirror, couldn't work out. That was it. That was the saga of the
There-
key card.
There were no weights or anything. It was just
Nope, literally an
a
elliptical, a treadmill, and a medicine ball.
That is
How
What
long
a
was
gem.
this 3-man nap in the car?
It was a good while.
It was like
It was a good nap.
wow, huh? So
like nighttime to
enough time-
daytime.
No, it was daytime to daytime.
Cool.
That's
That's
probably a good hour or 2,
Ah.
Is that how long your daytime usually lasts?
something like that.
Okay. Well,
what we call a real bonding experience
Man,
right there.
You know,
Yeah.
I really feel like I should open up a gym. I mean, if it's that easy, why not? You
Yeah,
know.
just an elliptical, a treadmill, and a medicine ball, and you're ready to go. Nolan's gym, and just have
could
dry
just-
scoops available at the front door.
Try
Yeah.
matcha scoops.
Dry
Lots of
scooping
scoops.
only.
Yes, exactly. And if anybody brings water, no, sorry, dude, you got to leave that outside.
You can
Yeah.
call it Scoops Gym.
Scoops gym, and you know what? I'll even add a
Water.
dumbbell.
You don't need it. It's all hearsay. Throw
Bring
it out
also
the
have a
window.
dumbbell.
I will
Oh,
have
what's the-
one dumbbell,
What is the weight of the dumbbell?
12.7 pounds.
0.7.
That is a very
Yeah.
specific
I was
amount.
gonna say you can have a rack of free weights that goes from like 2, 4, 6, 8, and top. Max out probably at 12.
I think I'll do
0.7.
2, 4, and then 60. I think that's what I'll do. Just to fuck with them.
Just ridiculous numbers.
It's still better than the other gym, right? Because it actually has a few dumbbells in it.
That's
And there's
true.
only one of each of those weights, by the way. There's not two.
4 dumbbells and a kettlebell.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it also should be noted that the one that worked was on another person. So then after we switched it out, then that person stopped working. So this is what happens when you go to the middle of nowhere in Indiana.
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, that sounds like a good time though. You may as well have just gone to like a haunted house, like an actual haunted house, not like a one that's pre-set up, but like one that's actually legend.
I would. Okay, so yeah, an actual haunted house I'm down for. But I was gonna say like one of those like setup haunted houses, I would definitely get kicked out because I would definitely accidentally punch someone in the face.
Like, I'm,
Like, you know how they make you like sign waivers at some of them? I would need them
yeah.
to sign the waiver.
Yeah.
Like I'll be
Extreme
fine.
haunts.
I'm worried about someone catching a knee to the sternum.
bro, like, I'm jumping when someone comes up on me, but Tim is so jumping when you're just sitting next to him, bro.
I am the jumpiest man alive. Like at dinner on my birthday, Jesus, I was getting assaulted from all angles. I had the third hand to my east, and then on the west, I had someone who said they were going to stop and then didn't stop. That was terrifying. I had no safety. I was trapped. I couldn't even get out if I wanted to.
I was worried he was going
I was the left of me, Joker to the
elbow the
right. Here
post.
I am stuck in the middle with you. I was definitely very worried I was either going to whack my face because there was a pole that we had that we decided to call the divider. And there was the right posters and the left posters, the honorable left posters.
That
But
was a weird spot for that pole.
yeah, because we were going to go to a different booth, but there was a table troll who lived under the table that told Anthony to go away. So we couldn't go to that booth, so we had to go to the pole.
He said, "Go skedaddle, get out of here."
Yeah, get out of here. Yeah. See, this is our territory.
All right, I have a question about this topic that I don't think we ever discussed, and it just seems so vague that I have to bring up billboards.
Oh, I brought that up last week.
Billboards,
Oh, did you?
Baggins.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
I
But the
don't
kid,
remember.
do you remember your kid?
Did you remember
Yeah.
the kid?
Oh,
Yeah.
right, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just a
Oh, okay.
post, and it's like I got an elbow, I got a face. Somehow I didn't whack either of them on the post. It was amazing. But
So okay,
You're good.
I would say vengeance is swift, but I'm not gonna get revenge. No one is as jumpy as me.
I
No
put
one is.
down as a topic what meat, and to be honest, I have no idea what I was talking about. So,
What
I think
meat?
I had something, but so let's just go into Bungie buyout unless you guys have something.
Oh my god, I forgot about the Bungie buy.
yeah.
Bungie buyout.
Let's update the saga of Microsoft
Alright,
versus
so-
Sony.
So as we know, Microsoft acquired Activision Blizzard,
Mm-hmm.
and then like I think it was like a week later, Sony bought Bungie.
Yep.
Apparently, I don't have the full details. I just remember hearing about this. So
I think it was like $6 or $7 billion to purchase Bungie.
You got it, $6 or $7 billion.
Mm.
But what's so funny about this? I think it's a baller move by Sony. Just like, oh, you're gonna take Activision Blizzard, all that. That's cool. We'll just take the one company in Bungie, and we're still gonna destroy you.
It's going to become a whole thing about the Monopoly
Or if-
law and stuff again. And
Like Sony is flexing, like, oh, okay,
Are they
I'll take my time.
really flexing though? I mean, Destiny 2
I
is
don't-
barely hanging on a thread.
Okay. There's a lot of
3.6
people. There's a lot of
billion
people on that
dollars,
game.
says Kevin.
There's a lot of people on that game still that are just kind of okay. Think about it this way. COD Mobile last year made $1 billion, and Destiny 2 is I don't know about $1 billion, maybe more. Who knows? I don't know the actual number, but think of it that way in the sense that free to play games. I don't know if COD Mobile's free, by the way, but free to play games
think
make a
it
lot
is.
of money. Free to play
They
makes
do.
a lot of money. I mean, that's why Halo is going that direction. It seems all innocent at first, and then it's like, oh, fuck you, microtransactions. You got to buy the color blue. But
$8.
yeah,
Hey, I play mobile games and I just don't spend money. Like here, I'm gonna show it.
right. And that's
So the game I'm playing right now, it has a thing where after you buy something, it like gives you a bonus. So let's see, is this gonna show up on my shitty webcam? So this little gold guy right here, that right. Oh my god, my finger looks gigantic once this close. That says initiation bonus. Until you spend money, that's there. My camera doesn't focus. Will you focus, you slut? No. Okay. That says initiation bonus. So if you just don't spend money, then you're okay.
Right. And so that's all to say that I don't know if they're flexing, but they are definitely making a move that is a tactical
Power move.
one. Yeah, it's a tactical one for sure because
Oh,
Bungie
for sure.
has made some big hits, obviously, and even if
Yes.
Bungie is a little bit of a shell of its former self to some degree, they still know how to make a game that
Well,
makes money.
remember, there's also like, I think it was before Destiny was coming out. Destiny was originally only going to release on PlayStation because Bungie was like, "Hey, fuck you, Microsoft, for wanting to make us make
Right.
another Halo."
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and keep in mind too, I think they may have just made this move for one to simply be able to stop them from putting it on Game Pass.
Yeah,
Because
that
think
is-
about Game Pass, it already has all of this shit on it, plus Call of Duty, which I'm pretty sure Phil Spencer said something about putting Call of Duty on Game Pass. So I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, and so if that's the case, then Sony's like, dude, what games can we?
I feel like
stop
COD on
them
Game
from
Pass is
putting
the
on?
majority of the buyout.
Right,
Like
right.
that's what they want.
And think about that though. I think Sony is looking at it as like, holy shit, how can we stop them from putting more games on Game Pass?
Hey, Sony got me to buy a $500 console to play one game. So
Yeah.
Exactly. And so if they have Destiny and you get more exclusive shit on that, like I know they did when Destiny 1 came out, you could get like the Hawk Moon hand cannon or whatever on PlayStation for like the first 6 months or 9 months or something. You could only get it on PlayStation, and then it finally came over to Xbox, and everybody was like, well, I wish I had that earlier. But so they might start doing stuff like that too. So it's just like the better experience on PlayStation. They'll probably market it that way.
yeah.
I think Sony's just slowly going to be buying up companies like in 3 weeks or
Well,
4 weeks.
that's what I'm
Or-
saying is this is where the monopoly law is going to be put into effect here, which I don't want to go into detail on that, but you can look up like the monopoly law in America, and like this is going to become a whole ordeal probably if
But
this
see,
keeps happening.
Sony can get away with it though because they're technically a Japanese company. So their monopoly laws might be different. I'm not 100% on this, but I could see them trying to play that. That's like, well, we're Japanese. So, and
We are Japanese. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
It definitely it definitely counts to where your business headquarters is.
Mhm.
It definitely makes a difference in regards to certain laws.
It-
Like certain VPN companies have to give the government statistics on what you do if it's in like the US, for example. So a lot of them, some of them go to like Sweden, I think, and that's
Yeah.
where the privacy laws are like crisp, and you don't have to give anything to anyone. And so those are the VPNs you want. But yeah, so it definitely counts. So I don't know if it's super different or not, but yeah, it might be.
It worries me. All these buyouts. I
Yeah.
don't like it because I feel like we're
Remember E3 like 3 years ago? They're like, "Hey guys, everything's going to be crossplay." Like all the CEOs were like hanging out and being best buds,
Yeah.
and that just apparently no, just no. We're
Yeah.
we're
Like ruined the party.
back to console wars. The Xbox bros in the elevator. We love Xbox.
Well, I'm pretty sure doesn't Microsoft actually, I mean, with the exception of Game Pass now, I'm pretty sure before Game Pass, there were statistics on Xbox not even actually gaining them any money. They were actually losing money on Xbox.
Really, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, like they would make it because they wanted to compete in the space, but that's the only reason they would do it. It's like they were actually losing money creating the consoles.
All right, here we go. Destiny 2 is estimated to make between 100 to 500 million each year. Is what
Can you
Voice of
believe
God
Call of Duty
says.
Mobile making $1 billion beats Destiny? Holy
that's
no mobile
That is
games.
crazy.
Mobile games are definitely built
Oh.
different.
God.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're built worse.
I don't.
It's because they can hit a
So,
wider
like,
audience.
So,
Yeah.
for example, for me, like this is the reason I play this because I don't have to do anything. You just turn it on at work and it just goes. There you go.
Yeah,
It's
you
just
see a
stuff
bunch of green
happens, and then you
colors.
Is that
and then you,
our-
and then you summon stuff, and summoning stuff fulfills your gambling addiction.
Is that our sponsor for this week's episode?
Yeah,
Idle Heroes.
Our sponsor, Mythic Heroes Idle RPG. It's pretty
Wow.
cool, but there's
Look at
probably
that
gonna be some,
hero.
there'll probably be some insane wall at some point because I'm not spending any money, and then I'll have to wait like 3 weeks to be able to progress. But now it's fucking hashtag tight, hashtag lit.
Thanks for sponsoring the episode, Mythic Heroes.
And remember to use
Yeah.
promo code DEBANCE
Block all that to the.
to get
On the checkout, right?
2,000 diamonds.
You know what our next sponsor is going to be?
Raid Shadow Legends.
Yes.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Yes, exactly. And then
I have
the
a funny
sponsor-
story
the
about
sponsor
Raid Shadow
after that-
Legends, actually.
The sponsor after that is going to be Raid Shadow Legends with 16 times the detail.
And then,
It
but then there's
just
also,
works.
and then Coinbase. Can't always get
Yes.
Coinbase. So I have a funny story of Raid Shadow Legends where one of my friends plays it because I like playing these gacha games where you summon stuff because it's fun and building teams and whatnot.
Hmm.
So she got me to download because she played it. And I'm like, cool. So I like in my first pools, I'm like, hey, this character looks cool. Is she good? And she's like, oh, that's like the best character in the game. I'm like, dope. And then I closed it and deleted it off of my phone. I closed the game and deleted the game off my phone, and she was so mad. Yeah.
That was the whole
I got the best unit in the game, and then I was like, dope, and then I just deleted the game,
Oh no!
and she was pissed. there's our cat.
Cameo.
Yeah, we're definitely at like an hour 15 probably now. Wait, that's the other cat. That's
It is
Scully.
the other cat. This is
Scully
gotta
Bear.
be. This is the titular Scully Bear. She was looking for attention, and now
Jeez.
she's going.
Oh,
And now she's going.
All right, let's see where she's
So-
going.
So real quick, what do you guys think will actually happen as a result of Sony buying Bungie? Do you think, aside from Microsoft, what is Sony going to do with it?
So what I assume, all I assume is that it's still going to be like all these games are still going to be on everything. It's just going to be like if you play it on our console, you get this dope shit.
probably
I think
yeah.
that's
Probably
basically all it
exclusive
is.
items and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like, but I have a feeling Sony, the next studio they're going to purchase, I think, is going to be Ubisoft.
NetherRealm. We're bringing back Tony Hawk, baby. Which I think
That-
there was
isn't that-
recently.
no,
dude, I think there was another Tony Hawk
No
game and
way.
it sucked.
Hold on,
Actually, I don't think.
Yeah.
Isn't NetherRealm? Isn't that Mortal Kombat?
NetherRealm's been-
You think of
Mortal Kombat.
Neversoft?
Sorry, I'm from Chicago. Yeah, I mean Neversoft.
Neversoft.
Hey, it would be really funny if they buy NetherRealm though. That could be like, see, I told you.
So I'm gonna have a little bit of a different opinion. I think since Sony's really into their PlayStation Studios right now and how they're marketing that, I would like them to do this too, is to be like, hey, check out this new first-person shooter that's made by Bungie. And it's a PlayStation Studios exclusive, is what I think they might do to really kind of flex the fact that they have Bungie. And
Reminded me.
Kind of not just have Destiny, but to have more like media attention, like, oh, new game.
yeah, or even like I just had a thought, either give them Killzone or Resistance,
Ah man, that's
and
actually great.
let them take
'Cause
care of that, because those two franchises.
Killzone Shadows Fall was the last one. That was a PS4 launch title, I think.
Yeah, and we haven't heard
Resistance
anything.
was PS3, like Resistance 2 or 3.
3, yeah.
Yeah.
So if anything, I wonder if that's what they'll do. They'll let them make maybe something new, maybe a Destiny 3, or give them Killzone.
That would be
and
pretty
Resistance.
dope. A
Yeah,
Bungie made Killzone would be pretty cool.
I think Killzone. Give them both. Honestly,
Yeah, give them both.
Yeah, because I mean, they both have kind of fallen into mediocrity, and it's like they're both great like series and really cool ideas. And let honestly kind of the masters of FPSs do it, because that's like one thing that Sony really doesn't have for their exclusives is a shooter, primarily an FPS shooter.
Yeah, I just played Demon Souls. That's,
Yeah.
So I did want to bring up Destiny. I mean, Destiny, I would not say is hanging by a thread. I thought you were kind of right, because I'm like, I haven't played it in a while, and I definitely quit it a long time ago. But it is averaging over the past 7 days
Yeah.
approximately 71,000
Well,
to
someone-
30,000 people, depending on the time of day. Every day.
Someone we know streams Destiny 2 PvP all the time and gets a pretty decent amount of viewers, and like the community seems to be
Yeah,
popping.
It's very consistent. The Steam charts are showing that it's extremely consistent, and I'm pretty sure
Okay.
there's a bunch of bumps here
Yeah.
that are like every few months, and I'm pretty sure that's indicative of when they drop a DLC. So
Yeah, I
but
think
it
makes
just
sense.
goes down.
Destiny players are Destiny players. Like,
Yeah, it goes down to an average of about 70K in peak times, very very consistently. So that's interesting. I didn't think it was doing that well, but it's definitely doing better than another futuristic game, to be exact, 20 years from now, in 2042. But yeah. Oh, speaking of which, isn't that gosh, what did I hear about that? Shit. Oh, they're supposed to bring a scoreboard to the game, and that update got delayed until March.
there's no scoreboard.
There's no yeah.
What?
The scoreboard is like it took forever
Alright.
to get a scoreboard into the game,
Alright.
and then it was
Everyone-
broken. And then they delayed
everyone-
the update for that broken scoreboard a month.
Every single person on planet Earth who plays FPS games, you die, you hit the scoreboard button.
Mhm.
I don't
hit
know
back.
what I would do if I could not open the scoreboard after I die.
Yes.
How
Yeah.
do you not even have that to begin with?
Yeah. I know. I mean, I'm just every time I hear about something like
I
this, I'm
need
like,
it.
dude, you can't make a scoreboard? I can go into paint.net right now and make you a scoreboard. You want it? I mean,
Oh my!
how much money are you gonna give me
I
for
thought you were
making
gonna
this
hit with
for you?
you want it, fools? I got it.
I'll give you a scoreboard with 16 times the detail. All right, it's gonna be fucking great. But I can't believe a whole development studio can't make a scoreboard.
What is their
it's
reasoning
delayed.
for it?
I don't know if they have a reason.
Like, how would you
Um,
explain that? Like, hey, we don't have like the basic feature that's been part of FPSs since like the dawn of FPSs.
Right. I have no idea why.
All right, cool. I found the game I was trying to find. So, on the topic of Destiny and talking about if Bungie could make like a different game, if for some reason it made me think of this, and it has nothing to do with Bungie or anything, but that's another co-op. It's a co-op third-person shooter that's coming out soon, and it's called Arc Raiders. And I suggest everyone look it up. It looks fucking super cool.
Oh, yeah. I was just looking at that as we were starting
Yeah,
the pod.
Arc Raiders.
Arc Raiders.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, Arc Raiders. No, I'm sorry. I thought you meant Lost Ark. Never mind. Hold on.
Lost Ark. Yeah, Lost Ark was. I think that's an MMO or something. That also.
I
looks
keep
pretty
thinking
cool,
of
but
the dinosaur one.
Yeah,
That's just Ark.
Survival Evolved.
Okay.
yeah, there's a lot of arcs. And then there's
Yeah.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
It's a good movie.
But yeah, Arc
Yeah.
Raiders.
Let's see this trailer. Oh, this looks fucking
Ed-
beautiful.
It looks really cool. It looks like what Destiny should be.
Really?
So yeah.
I mean, if this is indicative of this can't be real in-game graphics, but I mean, it'd be nice if it was.
I mean, with how crazy technology is advancing nowadays, it might be.
It might be, yeah. Some of these scenes look like too cinematic, but some of them look, yeah, like wow, this could be the.
Yeah, I think we're pushing like an hour 10, hour 15. So any closing thoughts, gentlemen?
Oh, music rec. Do you have a music rec?
Oh, music rec. We're gonna keep it classy. We're gonna go. Oh my god! Now I'm like, did I suggest them already? I think I suggested the Strokes before.
Oh, you may.
It's been like months.
I think you have.
Fuck. Okay, hold on.
Months.
Hold on. I can dig through the phone while I'm doing this. Someone talk about something cool.
I will recommend a track real quick. It is called Zealous Champion. It is a remaster of the Halo 2 soundtrack. I don't remember what it's called in the original. I probably should. But Zealous Champion is a really, really good bassy kind of like daunting sounding song. It's very, very good. So you can see
Yeah, I'll look
Zeke's
that
face
up.
just like light up. It's like a fucking flashbang.
I am the flashbang. Let me find.
Oh, live on air.
Oh, okay. Here's what I figured. I remembered. It's so if you like Final Fantasy, there's this thing called Distant Worlds, which is basically like remixes of a bunch of Final Fantasy soundtracks. I think there's a bunch of albums of it.
Oh, I've come
Distant
across those.
Distant Worlds, yeah, it's just even if you don't like Final Fantasy music, just listen to the songs and you'll probably love them. The
Boppers.
Cosmo Canyon and the Heavensward theme song both are amazing.
They do Sephiroth.
They're very
theme
epic.
too, right?
Yeah, One Winged Angels, and they're like
Oh,
every.
I
everything you can
love
think of is
One
in
Winged
there.
Angel.
One Winged Angel is probably still my favorite like song from a video game, just because of how it just like nostalgia bombs the shit out of me.
Oh yeah.
It's like the most perfect boss theme because it's just like it sounds very dire immediately, and it just like kicks up so
Yeah.
hard.
So I want to join in. I like my little teasers that I like to give, my little Marvel-esque teasers. So for next week's episode, I'm going to be talking about fake movie factories.
Fake
And I'm gonna
movie
leave-
factories.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm very excited to talk about this. This
What?
is something I
Okay.
just recently discovered,
I'm
and I
interested.
cannot believe it exists.
I'm
and
clickbaiting on
very
the
excited.
podcast.
I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna Google it. I'm gonna wait because this is
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah,
I'm
I wanna
also
hear
doing
it.
it.
I
Don't
wanna
look
hear
into
this.
it. I'm gonna have a whole sheet of notes. And
You're also
everything.
we're gonna have a Brian heavy episode because next week is also Boba Fett's gonna be concluded. Book of Boba,
Boba Fett. We can save that for the following week.
I thought
Because-
you were gonna say, "Oh, I can talk about that right now."
Yeah,
It's like,
right.
whoa, whoa,
Well, it's
whoa.
not out yet. It's not out yet. We got 2 more days
Yep.
for the conclusion.
It's funny because
Even though-
it'll come out 2 days before they hear this, but it's 2 days after we record it. Time is
Well,
crazy.
And supposedly, Obi-Wan's release date got leaked, so we're going to be getting that maybe in May. The Kenobi show,
May the 4th.
May the 4th.
Well, I mean, it's a missed
So there's that.
opportunity if they don't launch it then.
You're right. Yeah.
I feel
It
like
only
they
makes
would.
sense.
All right, Anthony, do you got anything for us?
Music.
Yeah, what you got?
Well, I mean,
You got a closing thought
last night I heard
with your nice beanie?
a song I haven't heard in a long time.
Your beanie hat?
I think I know. I think there's a couple that I
There was a
think.
couple good ones, but like for some reason, it's still playing in my head right now. Little TLC
Yep.
with "Creep." That was a great song. And I creep and fucking. That's
I
great.
remember I had a feeling it was gonna be that one because it stopped playing, but you were still doing it. Like it's still going. I know this feeling.
Let it be
Mhm.
known that the our beanies hats debate is still a tie because Devin is being paid by Zeke. So it's technically 2v2 here. Me and Anthony versus
If you
Walter
think-
White.
I mean, they're just trolling us.
Ben Stiller. Well, we'll let the comments.
So yeah, let the comments decide. Leave your opinion
Yeah.
in the comments.
Yeah,
and,
please let us know.
Please
Heavy
choose
debate.
the winning side.
Don't listen to Anthony. All right. Thanks for listening to the Bants. The outro song is the same as the intro song, so
So
Oh fuck! Don't do it again.
there you
even though I said let's start the show, it'll actually be the same thing, but I'll just be let's end the show. That song was a banger, I must say. Everything rhymed.
You know what? I gotta be honest. It wasn't.
And we got
another
Scully
cat
Bear.
cameo.
Yep.
And we get a cat for the road.
for the
So-
For
as
the
we
road,
head on
yeah.
out.
So
So-
let's see. This one's coming out. It's gonna be Valentine's Day and the Super Bowl. So if your team's playing the Super Bowl, good luck. If you have a
Oh,
Valentine,
congrats on your
Happy
high school
Valentine's
making
Day.
the Super Bowl.
yeah, my high
That's
school is
nice.
in the Super Bowl actually, which is hilarious. But peace out until next time.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
One day we'll get one of these around an hour,
Yep.
Have a good one.
maybe.
Didn't we last
Maybe
week?
someday. Also, don't forget to don't feed your mogwai after midnight or get him wet. And with that, I wish
Yeah.
you good night.
Also, is water wet? Put that in the comments. Okay.